Hi everyone, it's Alex Sparks here from Sparks Finance and I'm your local mortgage broker in Bathurst. This video is April's monthly update and a really interesting one at that. Now yesterday the Reserve Bank of Australia met this month to decide on the cash rate, and they've decided to keep the cash rate on hold at 3.6%. Now this was one of the most anticipated rate reviews to come out. The reason why they've decided to keep it on hold is really for them to just sort of sit back and have a bit of a look. Now it's really great news for mortgage holders, given there have been sort of 10 rate rises, and it's a good little gift leading into Easter, knowing they're not going to go up again. But 10 rate increases in a row is obviously something we haven't seen for decades. The reason for that is really just looking around, okay, well the numbers and data came back from the economy and inflation does seem to be dropping. So obviously they've looked at that and said, okay, well our monetary policy of increasing interest rates is currently working. But what they want to do is just sort of sit back and see if that has a continued effect. The other reason why they're just really sitting tight and just to sort of see what happens is really based around what's happening overseas. Now, obviously, there are still issues around supply with the war in Ukraine, but the major thing that they're looking at is really just around the US banking system. Now, whether you've seen in the news, a couple of overseas banks have unfortunately gone bankrupt, and what ripple effect that has on the market, we just don't know. So they're really just sort of sitting back, having a look and seeing what happens, and then be in a better position to make a decision next month. But all in all, really good news for homeowners to know that we're starting to see the top of the cycle. We're starting to see them and looking and holding a little bit longer to hopefully hold this position or maybe come down in the next sort of 12 months. Now it's still interesting to note that we still don't expect this to be the peak of the interest rate rises. Now, a lot of the larger big bank economists are split. Some of them believe the peak is going to be a 3.85% cash rate or a 4.1. They're both split. So what that basically says is there will be 1 to 2 more rate increases at the peak. Now that peak might come in 3 months or it might come in 6 months, but that's what they're sort of anticipating, that's what the peak is going to be. So expect possibly a 1 or maybe 2 rate increases to come, over the next year in particular. But what we've seen in the market now, so variable rates are obviously holding based on the increase in interest rates that we've had. But what we're seeing now is banks starting to reduce those fixed rates down. Now, we've had multiple banks come through with changes. Macquarie came through this morning. We've had a few others that have come through and starting to drop those fixed rates down. Now, what that might suggest is the fact that the banks also see, we're coming to the peak of our cycle, which is good news for homeowners. So, looking at those, is there still value in fixed rates potentially based on your situation? They are still a little bit high, but as I said, depending on your situation and wanting that peace of mind of locking that in, that could be an option for you. So come and have a chat to us, and we can discuss your options and see what the go is. Next thing is, look, there's still really great property around. We're having first home buyers getting into the market using the government schemes. We've got people building using the new home guarantee. So there's a lot of still really good schemes in the market for you guys to take advantage of if you want to get into the property market or potentially look to upgrade and things like that. But speaking with agents, yes, properties are taking that little bit longer to sell, but what that does is, as a buyer, takes the pressure off a little bit and give you that little bit more time to be able to sort of find the right property and obviously be in a good negotiation position because you don't have 30 other people bidding for the same property. But all in all, Bathurst market is still extremely strong. There's still some great property around there, so don't be deterred by the media and all that kind of stuff. If you want to get into the market, there's no better time like now. The main message I'm trying to get to people is obviously just around fixed rate expiries. So if you're coming off a fixed rate within the next 6 to 12 months, please let us know. We really want to have a discussion with you guys. Now, a lot of fixed rates are going to be coming off this year. So what that means for someone with a $500,000 loan is, your rate could increase from, 1.9% up to 7.5% overnight like that. Now, if you don't get prepared, you might find yourself in a really hard position to be able to afford that loan. So for example, on a $500,000 loan, if your interest rate went from say 1.9 up to say 6.6 or 7, that's an increase of $1,345 per month. So a significant increase. I don't know a whole lot of people that can just pull that money out and go, here's that extra $1,345 a month. So really important that we come in, have a look at your fixed rate. What we can discuss is, okay, what is your revert rate? What are you currently on now? What are you likely to go to? Then we can have a look and say, these are what your repayments. Are you okay with that? If not, we can look at some other options on how to structure that loan accordingly to help you with those payments, or potentially look at another lender when you come out of that fixed rate to make sure you're getting the best rate in the market, so you can know that you've got the best loan available for you at the best rate. Really important that we have that discussion and do it early. Don't wait until it's come out, because as I said, you want to be in the best position. So as soon as that fixed rate comes out, to change and make sure you're not paying more than you need to. But look, that's pretty much our market update, guys. So look, we've got some good news across the board. Really important that you guys keep your finger on the pulse in regards to your interest rates. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to let me know. Easter's coming up. I wish everyone a fantastic holiday period. Please stay safe. Enjoy the time with your family, and hope the Easter Bunny is good to everyone. Thanks very much, everyone. I look forward to speaking with you all next month for another monthly update. Thank you.